Hello students, in last lecture we discussed the definition of an cyclic group, then examples of an cyclic group and one theorem based on the cyclic group. Now in this lecture we are go through some corollary which is based on the theorem which is discussed in the case of the cyclic group. Therefore now the corollary, the statement is let G be a group and let A be an element of order n in G. If A raised to k is equal to identity, then n divides k. So what is the statement for the corollary? We have given let G be a group and A be the element in a group G, and what is an order of that element? The order of an element A is n, we have given, okay? And we have to show that if a to the power k, a raised to k is equal to identity, then we have to show that n divides k. Okay. Now proof that we have given G is a group and let A be the element of order n. Thus a raised to n is equal to identity. We know the definition of an order of an element. Okay. So A is an element of order n. Therefore a raised to n is equal to identity by definition of an order of an element of an group G. Okay. Now we have given if a raised to k is equal to identity, then we have to show that n divides k. Therefore we take if a raised to k is equal to identity, we know that this is already given to us, a raised to k is equal to identity, and also we know that a to the power 0 is equal to 1. Okay, a to the power 0 is equal to 1 and 1 nothing but the identity in a group G. Okay, therefore a to the power or a raised to 0 is equal to identity. Therefore we have a raised to k is equal to identity is equal to a raised to 0 by previous theorem. In last lecture we done the theorem based on the cyclic group. Therefore in the second part of that theorem we discussed that if G is a group and if order of A is equal to n, such that a raised to I is equal to a raised to j if and only if n divides I minus j. What will be discussed in the last theorem? We have given G is a group and order of A is equal to n in the group G, and if a raised to I is equal to a raised to j, if these two elements are equal, if and only if, when this is possible, if and only if n divides the order of an element, here order of element is n divides I minus j, n divides I minus j. Okay, here also we have given a raised to k is equal to identity is equal to a raised to 0, means a raised to k is equal to a raised to 0. Therefore by using this theorem, here we know that the order of an element A is also n. Okay, order of A is also n since a raised to n is equal to identity. Therefore this n divides k minus 0 by using this theorem. Okay, therefore hence n divides k minus 0, therefore implies that n divides k. This is we have to show. Okay, therefore we proved that n divides k. Okay, this corollary is proved by using the last theorem which we have discussed in the last lecture. Therefore go through this lecture and it is easily proved that n divides k whenever a raised to k is equal to identity, where G is a group and A is an element of an order k. Okay. Now the next theorem is let G is equal to set generated by A be an cyclic group of order n. We know that the definition of an cyclic group. What is an cyclic group? It is generated by some element of the group. Here A belongs to G and G is generated by A. Okay. Therefore G is a cyclic group of an order n. Then G is equal to set generated by A to the power k if and only if GCD of k with n is equal to 1. Okay. Now we have given G is a cyclic group of order n. G is a cyclic group is generated by A. Okay. G is a cyclic group of an order n. Then we have to show that G is equal to set generated by A to the power k. If we take some power of an A, the G is also generated by that element. Okay. G is equal to set generated by A to the power k if and only if GCD of n k with n is equal to 1. When and if and only this is possible whenever GCD of n this k and the order of an element, is n is given. Okay, if and only if GCD of n k with n is equal to 1. Now the proof is let G is equal to set generated by A, be a cyclic group of order n. We have given G is equal to set generated by n cyclic group, and what is an order of n group is n. It is already given. Therefore, G is equal to set generated by A means what? Is equal to A to the power 0. We know that the set generated by A means what? We know that set generated by A is equal to what is set generated by A? It is nothing but the A to the power n, A raised to n, such that n belongs to Z. This is a definition of an set generated by A. Therefore, here n belongs to Z. Therefore, we put the values of an n from the set of integers. If we know that the set of integers starts with 0, positive, negative, any real number, no, any integer, okay. So if we put n is equal to 0, this is A to the power 0, then put n is equal to 1, A raised to 1, then put n is equal to 2, then A square, A cube up to so on, A raised to n minus 1. And it is as A raised to n. Therefore, we know that since G is a set generated by A, it is a cyclic group of order n. That is, we know that the order of G is equal to n, and G is generated by which element? G is generated by A. Therefore, order of A is also n. This is implies what is order of A? Order of A is n. This is implies A to the power n is equal to identity. Therefore, if we consider A to the power n here, if you consider A to the power n here, what is this? A to the power n is equal to nothing but the identity. But we know that the A to the power 0 is nothing but which element? This is also an identity. Okay, therefore this element is not included here. Therefore, G is equal to set generated by A. What is this? A to the power 0, A raised to 1, A square, A cube up to so on, A raised to n minus 1. How many elements are included here? Therefore, there are n elements are included here. Okay, so now what is we have to prove? G is equal to set generated by A to the power k if and only if GCD of n k with n is equal to 1. Therefore, we start with consider GCD of k with n is equal to 1. Then we have to prove that G is equal to set generated by the A raised to k. Okay, that is, if we consider GCD of n, we have to prove that if GCD of n k with n is equal to 1, then we have to show that every element of n that group G is of the form A to the power k. Okay, it is generated by that element A to the power k. Then now consider GCD of k with n is equal to 1. Therefore, we know that if GCD of n k with n is equal to 1, therefore this can be written as 1 is equal to ku plus nv for some uv belongs to z. This is a form when GCD of when two elements are the GCD of two elements when 1, then this can be written as 1 is equal to ku plus nv for some uv belongs to z. Okay, then taking a base a to the both sides, therefore we get a raised to 1. Okay, this is a raised to 1 is equal to a to the power ku plus nv, which is equal to, then split the powers, a raised to ku into a raised to nv. Okay, but we know that here a raised to n, what is a raised to n? Since order of a is equal to n, a raised to n is equal to identity. Okay, therefore this is nothing but a raised to n raised to v, but a raised to n is nothing but the identity. This is e raised to v. Okay, e raised to v is what? E raised to v is equal to identity. Therefore, a raised to ku into e. What is this? This is equal to a raised to k. Therefore, we get a is equal to a raised to k. Okay. Therefore, here as a can be written as. Therefore, we know that the a is an element of an group G. A is an element of an group G, and we know that G is set generated by A. That is, an element A can also be written as in the powers of A raised to k, as A is equal to A raised to k u. That is, it can be written as A raised to k to the power u. Okay, as A is an element of an group G, and A is, we consider A as an any element. Okay, so A is an any element of an group G, then it can be written as A to the power k raised to u. That is, every element of an group G can be written in the powers of A raised to k. Therefore, thus A belongs to set generated by A raised to k. Therefore, from that, as A can be written as the A to the A raised to k to some power. Here power is e. Okay. Therefore, A belongs to set generated by A raised to k. Therefore, all powers of A are belongs to set generated by A raised to k. Therefore, as A belongs to set generated by k, if we consider any power of an A, this also belongs to set generated by A raised to k. Therefore, and as G is generated by, the set generated by, since G is a cyclic group and generated by the set generated by A, this is implies, and as every element A is belongs to set generated by A raised to k, therefore G is also is equal to set generated by A raised to k, and A raised to k is a generator of an G. Therefore, here we consider as G is generated by A and A is generated by A raised to k. Every power of an A is generated by set generated by A raised to k. This is implies G is equal to set generated by A raised to k, where A raised to k is a generator of an G. Now, this is the first part of an theorem. Now, conversely, what we have to prove? If here we prove if GCD of an k with n is equal to 1, then we prove G is equal to A raised to k. Now, what we have to prove? If we consider G is equal to GCD of an A raised to k, then we have to prove that GCD of an k with n is equal to 1. Okay. Now, we prove this by contradiction. Okay. Now, we prove this by contradiction. That is, we consider GCD of n k with n is equal to d. Here we have given 1. What will we prove in the contradiction? We consider GCD of n k with n is equal to d. That is, where d is not equal to 1, then we show that G is not equal to set generated by A raised to k. Okay. Now start with the proof. On contradictory, suppose that GCD of n k with n is equal to d, where d is greater than 1. Okay. Now this is implies we can write k is equal to, as GCD of n k with n is equal to n, therefore k can be write as n k is equal to t into d. How it can be write in that form? Okay. Now suppose that we know that GCD of n 2 with 4 is equal to, what is an GCD of n 2 with 4 is equal to 2. Okay, greatest common divisor of n 2 and 4 is nothing but the 2. Therefore, this element, how this element is, this is nothing but the greater than 1. Okay. Now this element 2, how the 2 can be written? 2 can be written as an 1 into 2, where this is what is the, this is the d. D is nothing but what is GCD. Okay, this element is nothing but the d. Okay, 2 can be written as an 1 into 2. And how the 4 can be written? And 4 can be written as an 2 into 2, where this is nothing but the d, and this is the integer. Okay, this is also an integer which is belongs to z. Okay, therefore A has GCD of n k with d. Therefore, as GCD of k with n is equal to d, how this element can be written? K is equal to td, and how n can be written? N is equal to s into d, where t and s are belongs to z. Okay, where t and s belongs to z. Now, then A raised to k. Now consider A raised to k. Okay, consider A raised to k and take a power as an s. Consider A raised to k and to the power s is equal to, we know that the value of k, what is the value of k is td. Okay, this is equal to A raised to td and s as it is. Okay, this can be written as A raised to td raised to s, which is equal to, now taking s inside the bracket and t outside the bracket, which is equal to A raised to st raised to t, which is equal to A raised to s. Now we know that n is equal to st, therefore put here the value of an st. This is equal to A raised to n raised to t. But what is an A raised to n? Since G is generated by A, we know that A raised to n is equal to identity. Okay, order of an A is nothing but n. Therefore, A raised to n is equal to identity. Therefore, identity raised to t is equal to identity. Therefore, A raised to k raised to s is equal to identity. Now, so that order of A raised to k, as A raised to k raised to s is equal to identity, then what is an order of n k? Order of A raised to k is less than or equal to s. As A raised to k and its power s is equal to identity, means what? Order of A raised to k is less than or equal to s. Okay, it is strictly less than n. Why it is strictly less than n? Since n is equal to st. We know that here we have given n is equal to st. As n is equal to st, now look at here. Here 2 is equal to 1 into 2. Okay, here 2 is equal to 1 into 2. That is, we have n is equal to st. Here what is value of an n? N is equal to 2. Then what is value of s? S is equal to 1 and d is 2. Okay, then we have to show that s is less than n. Obviously, here look at 1 is less than 2. 1 is less than 2. Therefore, s is less than n. In that case also, here s is what? S is 2 and n is 4. Therefore, this 2 is less than 4. That is, in each case, obviously s is less than n. Okay, this is implies that as n is equal to st, this is implies that s is less than n. Therefore, we have order of a raised to k less than or equal to s, which is strictly less than n. This shows that a raised to k is not a generator of an group G. Since order of k is strictly less than n. Since order of k is strictly less than n, but G, what is an order of n group G? Order of group G is n. Therefore, as order of n group G is n, therefore, but here order of a raised to k less than n, therefore every element of that group G is not generated by a to the power k. Okay, every element of group G is not generated by a raised to k. This is implies, this shows that a raised to k is not a generator of an group G, and therefore a raised to k cannot generate whole set G, as order of G is equal to n, and hence the proof. Therefore, our contradictory, what we have proved? On contradiction, we suppose GCD of n k with n is equal to d, which is greater than 1. Then what we will prove? G is not a generator of a raised to k is not a generator of that group G. Therefore, on contradictory, we can prove that this is holds. A raised to k is not generator of n group G means what? Means what? If GCD of n k with n is equal to d greater than 1, then a raised to k is not a generator of n group G. Okay. Now, here we end the proof of this theorem. Okay. After that lecture, we start with the new theorem. Okay, thank you.